Hey everybody, welcome back to the Henry Disc Golf channel. Today we're out at Silver Fox trying to break 60, which is the par out here. Let's see how we do. All right, here we are on hole number one. Hole number one is a 300-foot par 3, basically straight ahead down the hill a little bit. Going to go with the finish line pace to start us off today. Stayed stable on me, hit something, dropped down. All right. All right, guys, here are the results of my first throw. Hit these trees here and dropped down. We're going to go ahead and go with the Jawbreaker Zone on a sidearm. Just try to put us up by the basket to go ahead and card a par. Oh, too tight. Get through. Nice. All right, nice easy tap in for 3. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 2. Hole number 2 is a 344-foot par 3. Basically, it goes straight and then hyzers off down towards the basket. I'm going to go ahead and throw the Hawkeye, try to put it out straight, and let it hyzer down the hill. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive, kind of tucked away in this bush here. Let's try to see if we can put this in the basket for a 2. Oh, that rolled almost all the way back to me, man. All right, here we are for the par. Jerry. All right, guys, here we are on hole number 3. Hole number 3 is a 308-foot par 3. It goes out and then tucks around the corner. I'm going to go with my Champion Eagle. Try to see if we can push it down by the basket here. Oh, really wide. Hit the tree and dropped. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. Still needed to catch it out wider. We have the thing here. I think I'm going to go with a forehand sidearm Annie shot. Let's try to see if we can get around the corner and hopefully up by the basket. Nope. All right, here are the results of my second shot. Looking at about 70 feet to the basket still. Gonna go with a little floaty bit with my blue AVR putting approach. Try to see if we can put it in the basket. Nope, a little early. All right, here are the results of my third shot. Tap in for another 4. Just try to get my putt going. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 4. Hole number 4 is a 410-foot par 3. Going to go ahead and go with the Hawkeye. Just try to see if we can Annie it down there. Oh, God, it's good. All right, well, you probably can't see me in this mess of brush because I threw into it. But hopefully you'll see the disc coming out here in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. Here are the results of my second throw. Playing like absolute crapola on the first few holes, except for one drive. We're going to go with the Jawbreaker Zone, put it on some Annie, try to see if we can get it up by the basket. on the other side of the fairway. All right, guys, here are the results of my third shot. Looking at 4 here, going to go ahead and go with a pace. Just try to put it on hyzer, get it up by the basket. All right, guys, tapping in my 5 to go +4 through the first 4. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 5. Hole number 5 is a 422-foot par 3. Basically, you want to go to where the gap is, and then it just kind of shoots off to the left. Going to go with the Exodus here. Try to put myself in a good spot right in the middle of the fairway. It's perfect. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. Had a pretty good shot right in the middle. We're going to go with the Jawbreaker zone, just because we are throwing up the hill here. See if we can get it by the basket. Wanted that a touch wider, but that should be putting. All right, guys, here are the results of my second shot. Came up a little shorter than what I wanted to, but it is a putt. Probably right here at about 15 feet. No, I just need to make sure that I keep my wrists up and high for my putt. Tapping out another bogey. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 6. Hole number 6 is a 504-foot par 4. It's basically straight down. Gonna go with the Enigma. Try to see if I can get this one down there. All right, guys, I'm in here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I'll find it at some point. Gonna go ahead and go with the Jawbreaker zone. Just try to put myself out into the fairway so that I have a look at an upshot on my next throw. All right, guys, here are the results of my second shot. Throwing my third here, going with the blue Star Aviar. Just trying to put this on a little bit of ante, get it right up by the basket. All right, guys, here are the results of my third shot. Tapping in for a par. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 7. Hole number 7 is a 364-foot par 3. It is straight ahead, just tails off a little bit to the right. As it gets down the hill, we're going to go with Champion Valkyrie. No! Keep turning. That is right in the middle. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. Going to go ahead and go with my blue Aviar putt and approach here. Just try to put it by the basket. Sit, sit. Right by the basket. All right, tapping in for a par. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 8. Hole number 8 is a 252-foot par 3. It is down the hill and then does tuck off to the left pretty good. I'm going to go with my Big Z zone here. Just try to see if we can cut the corner and put this right by the basket. Oh, too long. I definitely pushed that long. All right, guys, here is the results of my drive. Like I said, push the back wall a little bit too hard, but we're going to go ahead and still try to give this a bit of a run. All right, guys, here are the results of my second shot. Looking at a par here. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 9. Hole number 9 is a 483-foot par 4. Basically, you just want to throw an ante shot into a spot and then try to throw a straight shot up to the gap. I'm going to go with my Star Hawkeye. Just try to flex this one over a little bit. Hopefully put it in a good spot. By pushing the back wall, we'll see they're on top. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. Looking at my second throw here, going with the Jawbreaker zone. Just trying to put it down through the gap. Hopefully right up by the basket. Nice and smooth. All right, guys, tapping in for the birdie. All right, guys, through 9 holes, quick update. I am currently +4, so I definitely need to do a little bit of work on the back half here to see if we can get under par. But hopefully we can start it out with a good hole. This is hole number 10. Hole number 10 is a 296-foot par 3. It actually plays closer to about 325, considering it is so far uphill. Gonna go with the Exodus here. Try to put it to the little rocks in the middle of the fairway there. Hopefully have a look at a putt. Skip up. Moist out. Okay. All right, guys, here we are. The results of my drive. Looking here at a long putt for birdie. Sit. Bang, 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 bang. All right, guys, here are the results of that missed putt with a little bit of a roll. Let's go ahead and just put this in for par. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 11. Hole number 11 is a 344-foot par 3, basically straight down the hill. Gonna go with the matrix here. Try to put it on a little bit of a turnover, get it down the gap, hopefully down by the basket. It's a little high, coming through, hit a tree, and dropped. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. I have a choice between a sidearm ante shot or a backhand ante shot. I think I'm going to go with the backhand ante shot here with my blue AVR putting approach. Just try to ante it down the hill. See if we can get it right next to the basket here. All right, guys, here are the results of my run / upshot. Got a bush poking me in my arm. I'm going to go ahead and put this in for par. All right, guys, welcome to hole number 12. Hole number 12 is a 391-foot par 4. The reason for it being a par 4 is it's basically kind of broken down into 2 shots. You want to throw one shot to the back wall right there in front of us, and then the second shot is up the hill at an ante shot or a sidearm shot up the hill to the basket. Going with the Jawbreaker zone, just trying to push the back wall, put myself into a good spot. That's a little shorter than what I wanted it to be because I turned it over a bit too much. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. Still pinched off. I want to push it about 10 or 15 feet further than what it was, but it's fine. I'm going to go ahead and go with an eagle on a sidearm here. Just try to see if we can flex it just a little bit and then have it come back towards the basket. It was earlier than what I wanted, but it's okay. Junk. All right, guys, here are the results of my second shot. I'm going to have to go with another ante AVR here. Just try to put this up by the basket. Oh, that came out so early. Ah. All right, guys, here are the results of my third shot. Looking at a par here. All right, guys, welcome to hole 13. Hole 13 is a 489-foot par 4. Basically, it is straight through this gap, goes up and over the hill. We're going to go with the Champion Valkyrie. Just try to push it through the gap here. Hopefully put ourselves out in the hill. Dude, get that to Annie off. Come on. All right, guys, so this is where I wound up here. I don't really have much of anything with the Valkyrie. I'm going to go with an overhand shot, just try to put ourselves in the open. All right, guys, here are the results of my second shot. Just did get it into the open like I wanted to. We're going to go ahead and go with the Blue Star Aviar. Just try to put it up by the basket and card a par. Sit. That potentially hit and rolled down the hill. All right, so my potential hypothetical didn't happen. I'm right here left with about a 12-footer. Looking at a par. Jerry, you fluff nuggeted that so bad it wasn't even funny. All right, and tapping in a bogey. All right, guys, welcome to hole 14. Hole 14 is a 538-foot par 4. Basically, it just goes to the left the whole way. Just kind of a slow turn. I'm going to go ahead and go with my Hawkeye. Try to see if I can just put myself in a decent spot here. That's going to hyzer off too much and push the left side. All right, guys, here are the results of my second shot right here. Going to go ahead and go with an Annie shot with my Aviar again. Try to see if we can put this down by the basket for a par. All right, guys, here are the results of my third throw. So this is for par. All right, guys, welcome to hole 15. It is 441 feet. Basically, it's straight out there and then curves off to the right. We're going to go ahead and go with the finish line era. Try to see if we can put it kind of at the top of the hill there and then have a look at a throw for our second to the basket. And hyzer, come on. Little inside, but that works. All right, guys, here are the results of my drive. It would have been nice if it was about 5 feet further, but it's not. We're going to go ahead and go with the Blue Star Aviar on a little Annie shot. Just try to see if we can push it down to the basket here. Oh! All right, so here are the results of my second shot. Hit this tree here, drop down. Unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead, go with the Jawbreaker Zone on a little sidearm. Try to see if we can just put it right by the basket. That'll work. All right, guys, here are the results of my third throw. Looking at a par here. All right, guys, welcome to hole 16. It is a 409-foot par 3. Basically, it goes straight and then has a little bit of a hyzer off at the end. We're going to go finish line era. Just try to put it out there, see if we can get it towards the top of the second hill to hopefully have a look at the basket for a 2. Pretty decent shot. All right, guys, so here are the results of my drive. Left here probably with about a 70-footer slightly up the hill. We're going to go ahead and go with the Blue Star Aviar. Try to see if we can give this a little bit of a run at the basket. Oh, I was giving it a run. All right, guys, here are the results of my upshot / run. I'm going to go ahead and tap this in for par. All right, guys, welcome to hole 17. It is a 317-foot par 3. The basket is straight across this gully. I'm going to go ahead and go with my Exodus. Let's try to see if we can get this near the basket. Oh, that came out a little early. And hyzered off. All right, guys, you won't be able to see me where I'm at here down the hill behind this pine tree. But I'm going to go ahead, throw an upshot with the pace. Just try to put it by the basket to card a par. All right, guys, here are the results of my upshot. Let's put this in for par. Why? All of a sudden, am I putting it too high? And tap in for bogey. All right, guys, here we are on hole 18. Hole 18 is a 366-foot par 3. It is basically straight ahead and then just kind of tails off to the right. Kind of comes back to the left a little bit at the end. We're going to go with the pink Champion Hawkeye. Try to see if we can get it into a good spot. Possibly give ourselves a look at the basket for 2. Kick that way. Not a good look at 2. Rolling. Okay. All right, guys, so you can see me through right here. I'll go like this. All right. Looks like here I have a little bit of a sidearm flick gap. I think I'm going to go for here. Try to see if we can put it up by the basket to card a par and only get out of here with a +6 today. Oh, fart nugget. All right, guys, so here are the results of my second throw. Looking at par here. Going to go ahead. Going to go with the Blue Star Aviar. See if we can give this a good run at the basket here. All right, guys. Tap in for a bogey. All right, guys. Well, that is going to conclude this month's attempt at breaking par. I did end up shooting a +7. Unfortunately, the woods are getting a little bit rougher as everything starts filling in, making gaps a little bit tighter. But missing putts doesn't help anything. Overall, I've progressively gotten worse throughout this, but at the same time, I feel like my game's been getting better. But unfortunately, it just didn't really come to fruition today. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. With that, have a good one. Make it good for somebody else. We'll see you next time. Peace.